Hi everyone, it's Debbie with Book and Bujo. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you've been here before. Today I want to give you a quick little crafting update. Let's start with puzzles. So I did finish the country store puzzle, which was super fun and so cute. It wasn't extremely challenging, but it had enough of a challenge to kind of keep you going, but it wasn't so challenging that you were kind of like, whatever. You know, but it was so much fun and I am definitely keeping that puzzle. So here are some of the different stages of the puzzle as I put it together. Next up is diamond painting. So this one's been going a little slower. I didn't do quite as much as I was thinking I was going to do, but I did start on the tree library that I got for Christmas. And here is where I am so far. I don't think I've taken any progress pictures. This is the first one. So here's the just over the quarter mark. Here's the new diamond painting that I'm working on. It's a tree library, so it's a library with a tree in it. And I'm about a quarter of the way through, so I've gotten all this section done here. And I still have all of this side to go. So I usually work in quarters. So I've got the first quarter, I'm in the middle of the second quarter, and then here's the third and fourth. So I do all of the colors in one section, and then I'll move on to the next and do all of the colors there and all the colors, so on and so forth. But here is the whole thing, and it's gonna be so cool when it's done. Can't wait. And it's all very bright and vibrant colors here. Yeah, my mom got me this kit for Christmas, which is amazing. So you can have all your drills all ready to go. Works so nicely. And it came with this funnel and 3 different trays, and it's great because it has an extra big one for the ones where you use a lot of that color. And then of course I already had this one, which is much more ergonomic for the hand using it than the stick pink ones. Then, you know, these ones that come with the kit. These aren't great for the hands. This one also came with some tweezers, which has been really handy. And then of course the pocket up here at the top has been helpful for other storage and stuff as well. But yeah, this has been great so far. I'm loving it, and I can't wait to finish this diamond painting. And then of course I have this one that I finished last time, which I still have not hung up. It's gonna go here. I just haven't done it yet. And now for crocheting. So this is where I've been spending a little bit more of my time, I would say. So I was taking that club crochet course, so Crocheting 101, and I will leave the link down below in case you would like to take it. It is so much fun and I learned a lot. One of my favorite ones of the projects throughout was this cute little granny square pattern. You know, I love this pattern. It's the same basically from the start to the end. You just keep going around and around and around and make it as big as you want. I actually think this would make a really nice beanie, like this pattern would be really nice. So especially one more for like that early spring or late fall kind of weather before it gets like super cold, just because there is some breathability to it. But I just think this would be so cute as a little beanie. The other project that we do during the course is supposed to be like a bow tie. So you make the bow and then you make the band that goes around and then you put them together. And I don't really need a bow tie, so I didn't make one of those. But he did have the suggestion that you could also make this into a headband, and you could have the bow on the headband as well. So I made that, and it is so cute. And they did have a couple of different patterns, one where you can, it's all the same except for this first little spot, but you could have little spots for a button. And I knew I had a bunch of buttons, so I was like, oh, that might be kind of fun. And there's a couple of them I really wanted to use, but the buttons were either too big or too small for the hole, the space where you have a hole. And he gives you basically 3 options here, so 3 different holes. And especially if this like expands just a little bit, because sometimes they'll do that, then you can make it to the 2nd or 3rd hole to make it a little bit smaller. But this is so cute. I love it. I would also like to make one that's a little bit wider, maybe a couple more rows wider, and that would be super cute. But yeah, I have already worn this and it is adorable. And the little bow on it would be cute as well, or like a little flower or something. That would be so cute, but I love this one. Could also make like a little choker. That would be adorable as well. And then for the final project, I was waiting for the yarn to come in. My yarn did come in, and I've got this really nice kind of bright, dark purple. It's a darker purple, but it's kind of a vibrant, dark and vibrant purple. And I did just start on this, so I'm basically to the point that every size goes to. So if you're going to do an extra small, you would kind of skip the next few steps. If you're going to do a small size hat, you'd skip the next couple steps, and so on and so forth. And so that's kind of where I am right now. And I have a very small head, and I would typically make the small one. You could do, like, if you have a small head, you could do the small or medium. So small would fit snugly, a medium would fit a little bit looser, but both would still basically fit. So I was like, well, I'm going to do a small. And then I remembered, oh yeah, my crochet hook is half a size smaller than his. So what's suggested is a 5.5, and I have a 5. So I'm probably going to end up making, so I was like, okay, I'm going to make the medium one then. And I was like, yeah, maybe I will make I'd rather have it a little bit too big because it'll still fit than be too small and not be able to wear it. So I'm going to go ahead and do the large one and kind of test as I go, because I can always take out a couple rows if I need to, if it's too big. So that's my thought for this, but that's where I am so far. And this has been such a fun yet very relaxing project, because each row is slightly different, but you're increasing just a little bit each time. So you're doing like 2 single crochets and then an increase throughout one row, and the next one is 3, then an increase all throughout, and then 4 singles and an increase. And yeah, so it's been very relaxing. And then you reach a certain point and you just do singles all the way around, and then you kind of repeat the process, and then you do singles all the way around. And so far it's been fun, it's been relaxing, and I've been very much enjoying it. So that's where I am with that one. And then lastly is my book blanket. So these are my March squares that I still need to put in there. I still have quite a few because I read a lot in March, and probably even more in April. I still have a couple books I need to finish in April, and yeah, probably not going to do it because today's the 30th. So I might be able to finish one more and then just carry the rest over into May, which is fun. Okay, now for the blanket itself. Now I was gonna do this color as the border to join all the squares for March, but I read a lot, so I went ahead and just bought a different color that I'm only using for joining the squares, and I will save this one for maybe May, which maybe June, a little bit smaller reading month, because I also have this as my contemporary fiction book color. So I don't want to use it all up and then have to get more. I'd rather just get a color I'm not using and not have to be concerned about that. So I am using this kind of cream color, which when I did the first couple of squares, I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna like this. And now that I'm done almost a full row, I'm like, yes, I do like this color, the contrast. So, okay, let's see if I can show you without losing where I am. Okay. So this is that nice cream color. So it started out with purple, and that was for January. And then this color is for March, and then of course February is on the other side of the blanket. And I will lay this out and take pictures for you so you can see it, but here's the February color. So January kind of ended, where is it? So January ended here with the purple, and then we went through February here, through all of these, and then came back on this side with March. So let's go ahead and lay it out and show you what it looks like. All right, so here is my book blanket so far for January, February, and then starting of March. So it's coming along nicely. I don't know if I can get the whole thing all at once, but this gives you a pretty good idea. It's gonna be a queen size blanket that hangs off the edge of the bed on both sides. So it's gonna be very large, but I knew I was gonna read a lot of books. So I do have my colored pencils out so that I can color in more of my bullet journal. And if you've seen my plan with me for my bullet journal for May, then you know that I have a few pages in here that are coloring pages, and I can use those as extra crafting times throughout the month. And so I got my colored pencils out. I've had these forever. But yeah, I'm excited to pull out my colored pencils and do a little coloring in my bullet journal. And I don't want it to be super like bright or dark in your face, and that's why I was thinking the colored pencils, because it could be a little more muted, and not that I want to say washed out, but kind of that look, that kind of faded look. And that's kind of what I'm looking for that. So that's another, not really a craft, but you know, a cozy activity that I am hoping to do in May and June. And that's all I have for you right now for my crafting updates. And stay tuned, because I will have more updates in the future, as well as some more plan with me's. Dice Roll decides my day again. I have some sprints coming up in May as well. I believe the 23rd, if it's one of the last Saturdays of the month. And I hope to see you all there. And until next time, keep crafting. Bye!